What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Peter Gabriel. We're returning to the 2 or Scratch album, and the penultimate tune is Perspective, which is a frame of view, an angle, whether that is more literally what you can see, and perhaps at least as often, if not more commonly when it comes to art, including music, a way of seeing reality or a psycho-emotional perspective, which is not about what your eyes can see, although I guess on some level, and in many cases, there might be overlap. But yes, the way in which you feel or understand something, and thus your own subjective point of view. And so, of course, that is what leads people to have conflicts when they have different opinions, or what leads people to join in association and form communities or movements when they have a similar, if not same, perspective. So I feel like it is a single word title. Those are tough to get a read on, and they can go any direction, but it feels like very fruitful ground as a starting point for a song, though obviously the specifics could be any number of things. So let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Peter Gabriel, the track is Perspective, and it's the second to last tune on his 1978 2 or Scratch album. His vocals are really interesting because he's belting, he's shouting, but a lot of it felt like deliberately submerged or sort of buried in the rest of the sonics. But yeah, I mean, when I make comparisons like I'm about to, I want to insist, I mean this as a compliment, or at the very least, just as a like self-didactic way to try to like understand what my brain thinks of what it just heard. But it reminded me of like if you mixed like Pink Floyd, the Steve Miller Band, and maybe some other group. Like it sounded like it was somewhere in the nexus of them. And to be fair, both of the other bands I mentioned there, I don't really know their full catalog. I know the Pink Floyd's The Wall reasonably well. I've heard, some of the Steve Miller Band's like biggest hits, like what is it, Joker and Jungle Love and some others. But yes, I don't really know either of their full catalogs. But yeah, I was getting a bit of like the quasi psychedelic rock vibes, but then also it kind of has this like funky blues sound. That saxophone is really sort of wailing away. I think that was a saxophone. And then the keyboard, again, it's got a bit of like attitude or funk to it. And yeah, his vocals definitely burn a bit hot. I mean, it sounds like Perspective, it's being framed, which is sort of an unintentional but inevitable like pun here, but it's being framed around his actual vision. He's saying he doesn't trust his eyes and he needs a new perspective, he needs like more perspective. And there was some line about like it's like he's looking at a white wall, which like you can't see anything, right? Like it's just all like white noise essentially. It's just it could be nothing, it could be anything. So yeah, it sounds like it is trying to get a better view of something, though I still wonder if like the visual side of that is just the most immediate representation of like a more fundamental perspective that he's looking for. So I don't know if there is a more specific angle here, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is. But that's what it seemed to be, that he doesn't trust what he's seeing, and what he's seeing, it's not giving him the perspective that he needs, and so he's just, crying out, shouting out that he needs perspective. So yeah, I do wonder what may be happening on a more detailed level. But yeah, sonically, I really enjoy it. And again, like, it does seem like there's a lot of creative composition. That there was that, like, what would be the end of a measure, but before we start the next measure, there's a bit of a, like, drum fill and a roll and a, sort of this transitional bar, and then it leads into the next measure. So, like, rhythmically, it feels like, a bit more elaborate than just a simple, like, bar, measure. Like, it feels like he is, creatively arranging the rhythmic and compositional sequence of the track. So, yeah, like I said, I love the vocals. I'm curious to know what people had to say about the lyrics. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Peace.